Hey everybody, welcome to 580 and the 605 class. My name is Stan Macheski. I'll be your professor not just for the 580, but I'll be with you all the way through the completion of the capstone project. So get ready. Should be a really fun and exciting and busy time. So I want to give you a few updates, so bear with me. Um, I've taught this class a bunch of times, both online as well as face-to-face for about the last 7 years. So I kind of know what's coming. I know where you're heading, and we'll work together to make this work. I know it might seem like a daunting task, especially after you kind of read one of the projects, kind of a completed project. You might be like, "Oh my God!" But you'll get through it, and you'll be really proud of yourself at the end. Um, so you're going to accomplish a lot. The goal for this first 8 weeks is to get through good drafts of the first three chapters of basically a four-chapter project. Um, you're also going to be creating some really good research questions and a plan to implement those research questions and measure those the results of those of that action. So it's going to be fun. Um, so this is really it's not like a statistical analysis, heavy-duty quantitative type of a study. This is a qualitative study based on things that you can actually do in your classrooms or in the environments that you work. So it's not about a huge amount or volume of numbers. It's really about something manageable and workable that you're going to attempt to change or better given your circumstances at your work. So we'll get into more of that in a little bit. But for this week, there's really four things that you got to do. You've got to read this thing called the Capstone Handbook. It's pretty much the Bible for the next 16 weeks for you. It's a really important. So dig in there, annotate it, write up notes. If you see things that you question, write that down and I'll answer those for you or do what I can to find the answers. Also, the syllabus is another 20-page document that you got to look through. There's a little bit of redundancy to it, but you want to get through what the assignments are. Take a look at what's planned for the 8 weeks, so you're kind of ready in your mind to look through it. You have chapters 1 and 2 to read. It's not a terrible book. It's actually a really easy read for a research book, so you'll be surprised. It's the first two chapters of that, and then there's an example of a finished capstone project in there. So don't freak out when you read it because it's probably somewhere around 80 pages or so. Um, it's not all writing, and you write it in layers. You write it over time. So you're gonna turn one thing and we're gonna edit it. You're gonna write it again. We're gonna edit it. So it's not like what you've had in the past where the product you turn in is graded. We don't end up grading all of this until the far end of the 605. However, we want to get really solid drafts done of 1, 2, and 3 um, before we end the first week, the first 8 weeks. The other thing to really look at are the weekly agendas. Those sections on Blackboard are really important to view. Um, so kind of really take a look at those, print them out. It gives you that scope and sequence for the 8 weeks. It'll really help you if you look through all of those. Other than that, it sounds like we're gonna have a lot of fun. Feel free to call me or email me at any time. I understand there's gonna be a lot of questions about this. We'll get through it all together, and I look forward to working with you.